We tested the 4L60E, 4L80E, and 6L80 at 200,000 miles. One had a glazed torque converter, a cracked wave plate, and a control module showing circuit board degradation. Another pulled nearly clean fluid off the bench with clutch packs that still had life in them. The gap between them was not narrow. We started with the 6L80. I've been working on these trucks for over 15 years. Fleet vehicles, construction rigs, half-tons that get driven into the ground, and half-tons that get babied. I've installed all three of these transmissions. I've rebuilt all three. And I've watched owners come back with the same complaints in the same predictable order. Start with the one that lost. The 6L80 GM's modern platform. The 6L80 is everything GM wanted a modern truck transmission to be. 6 speeds, better fuel economy ratings, integrated electronic control module, aluminum case. In a Silverado 1500 on a dealer lot, it sounds like an upgrade over everything before it. At 130,000 miles in the real world, the story changes. The first symptom is the shudder. Low-frequency vibration between 35 and 50 miles per hour under light throttle. Feels like driving over rumble strips nobody else can feel. Most owners spend months chasing at tires, drive shaft, alignment before a transmission shop tells them what it actually is. The torque converter lockup clutch is glazing. It's cycling in and out of engagement in a high-frequency vibration pattern, grinding the friction surface against the steel plate every single time it fires. GM has issued technical service bulletins covering this exact failure mode on hundreds of thousands of 6L80 equipped trucks. Software updates, fluid specification changes, recalibrations. None of them fix a glazed clutch surface. By the time the shudder is noticeable, the damage is already mechanical. Permanent. If the torque converter was the only problem, the 6L80 wouldn't have lost this test. The real reason it lost was hidden somewhere owners never see. But that's not the expensive part. The transmission control module on the 6L80 is not mounted on the firewall or under the dash. It sits inside the transmission case, submerged in fluid, operating at temperatures that routinely hit 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Electronic components rated for automotive environments assume external mounting and ambient cooling. The TCM gets neither. At 150,000 miles, solder joints develop micro cracks. Solenoid packs drift out of calibration. The transmission starts throwing electrical codes and dropping into limp mode. No fluid change addresses that. No calibration update addresses that. You're replacing hardware that has been cooking since the truck left the factory. I had a customer last year, 2016 Silverado, 131,000 miles, highway miles, fluid changed on schedule every 40,000 miles. Came in with shudder, limp mode, a harsh 1-2 shift he couldn't drive through. Pulled the pan. Friction material in the fluid, elevated copper from bushing wear, internal harness showing insulation degradation at 2 connection points. Rebuild estimate came to $4,600. He'd done everything right. The architecture still collected the bill. Average documented service life before significant failure on a 6L80, 100,000 to 180,000 miles. Rebuild cost, $4,000 to $5,500. Many independent shops won't take this work. The rebuild requires proprietary GM calibration access most shops don't have. The architecture lost this test. But here's where it gets complicated because the transmission everyone told you to avoid didn't behave the way it's supposed to. The 4L60E, the transmission with a bad reputation for 20 years, Silverado owners have been told the 4L60E is the weak link. 4 speeds, 360 pound-feet torque rating, a documented failure point in the 3/4 clutch pack. The reputation is real. But the reputation is incomplete. What the 4L60E doesn't have is a torque converter shudder problem. The lockup clutch geometry and the pressure logic are fundamentally different from the 6L80 design. The failure mode that defines the modern platform does not exist on this transmission. At 200,000 miles on a maintained 4L60E, the lockup clutch surface shows normal wear, not glazing. Not heat discoloration, not the progressive destruction that ends the 6-speed. What else it doesn't have? An internal computer. No control module submerged in fluid, no harness chafing against case surfaces for 150,000 miles. The shift logic is simpler, more hydraulic, and dramatically more durable over a long service life. Every transmission shop in the country rebuilds these without specialized tooling or proprietary calibration access. When rebuild day comes, the knowledge is universal and the parts are everywhere. The real failure point is genuine the 3/4 clutch pack wears, and the early Sunshell design could crack under sustained high load towing. Both are well documented. Both are addressable in a standard rebuild that costs $2,000 to $3,000. Both have aftermarket fixes that cost less than a single dealer transmission service. A 4L60E that sees fluid changes every 30 to 50,000 miles, not the lifetime fluid myth GM pushed in the 2000s. There is no such thing as lifetime transmission fluid in a working truck, regularly crosses 250,000 and 300,000 miles in light-duty half-ton service. The failure modes are predictable. The maintenance is simple. The rebuild, when it finally comes, is the cheapest 300,000 mile capable repair available on any GM gas truck platform. It finishes second in this comparison. The reason it doesn't win is the same reason the winner was built the way it was. Because the transmission that actually tops this test was never designed for a Silverado 1500 at all. The 4L80E built for something harder than this. 75% of the 4L80E's internal parts trace back to the TH400, a transmission GM has been building since 1964 for school buses, motorhomes, and medium-duty commercial trucks. When GM needed a heavy-duty electronic automatic for the 2500 and 3500 HD platform in 1991, they electrified the TH400 instead of starting. That decision is why this transmission still outlasts everything they've built since. Input torque rating, 440 pound-feet. Output torque capacity, 885 pound-feet. 32 spline output shaft. Everything inside is sized for commercial loads a Silverado half-ton will never produce. The 5.3L V8 generates around 380 pound-feet at peak. The 4L80E runs at less than 90% of its rated capacity in that application. It barely works. Pull the pan on a 4L80E at 200,000 miles, and you find what fleet operators have been finding for 30 years: trace friction material, clean fluid, clutch packs showing wear that's still well within factory tolerance. The torque converter lockup clutch is the same pre-shutter era design as the 4L60E, but physically larger with more friction surface area and more thermal mass. No glazing, no progressive destruction. The pump, the valve body, the output shaft, everything looks like the transmission hasn't been working hard, because relative to its rated capacity, it hasn't been. The integrated bell housing is the structural detail that matters over long mileage. On most transmissions, the case and the bell housing are separate pieces bolted together. Flex at that joint damages seals and distorts pump alignment. The 4L80E eliminates the joint. Case and bell housing are one piece. The flex failure mode doesn't exist because the flex point doesn't exist. Commercial fleet records document 4L80E units past 500,000 miles. Some past 600,000. Plumbing contractors, construction companies, ambulance conversions on HD chassis, the pattern is consistent. The truck body wears out. The engine sometimes wears out. The transmission keeps running. Rebuild cost when that day eventually arrives, $3,500 to $5,500. Cost per mile on a documented 400,000 mile service life is the lowest of any GM gas truck transmission ever built. So why did GM replace it with something that doesn't last as long? Fuel economy ratings are measured on a test cycle. More gears means more shifts per mile, more clutch events, more torque converter lockup cycles, more wear per mile, but it also means better EPA numbers on the government test that influences new truck reviews and corporate fleet sales. The 6L80 earned GM better ratings in 2006. Then they packaged the control module inside the case where it's cheaper to manufacture and harder to survive. The 4-speed family kept the electronics external. Simpler, cooler, more durable. The 6L80 is not a bad transmission because GM cut corners. It's a transmission that made specific engineering trade-offs in favor of EPA performance over service life. The Teardown bench shows exactly what those trade-offs cost at 150,000 miles. What this means for your Silverado right now: post-2006 half-ton, you have a 6L80. Check your fluid. Dark fluid or a shutter between 35 and 50 mf under light throttle is early warning. Don't chase tires and alignment first. If the fluid is clean and it shifts cleanly, fluid changes every 30,000 miles are your maintenance baseline. If you're buying used and you have the choice, a 2500 or 3500 platform with a 4L80E changes the ownership calculation. The transmission is not your financial exposure. Plan around the engine and the chassis instead. If this changed how you see what's underneath your Silverado, subscribe. Every week we break down the systems GM doesn't walk you through at the dealership so you know what you're carrying before it costs you.